Hi everyone, and welcome to this video. And what I want to do is basically show everyone what, well, essentially a listing that you never ever want to jump on, right? Otherwise, you're going to be in some trouble. Now, what I mean by that is I get so many DMs from people saying, hey, well, I've got an IP for this listing. I've sourced it directly from an authorized distributor, or I've sourced it literally from the brand direct. Why have I got an IP? Amazon's making me take my stock back. They're not listening, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And it's because of listings like this, whereby you'll see a listing. Like, for example, here we can very clearly see palm olive. Okay. I can buy from Palm Olive directly, or I can buy from an authorized Palm Olive distributor. Send this into Amazon as a 3-pack with Palm Olive's knowledge or with authorization from said distributor. Everything could be good. However, I could still get hit with an IP. Now, why is that? It's because of this. This listing is branded under Hadco. What that means is Amazon sees this listing as a Hadco branded listing. Therefore, the owner of the Hadco brand, right, which is going to be the seller here, the owner of the Hadco brand owns the IP of this listing, okay, and has control of this listing because that's how Amazon works. So we have got to understand, right? We can jump on this listing and get an IP complaint. Now, I've literally had people with thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds worth of stock who'll send it in on a listing like this, think they're going to make, let's say, £600 a month in profit if they're making £2 profit per unit on a listing like this, and then they get hit with an IP. And they're like chasing Palmolive, chasing their distributor, like this has happened, this has happened. But nothing can be done because the person that issued the IP was the owner of the Hadco brand. Okay, and in Amazon's eyes, how Amazon sees this listing is Hadco owns the brand. Yes, that is not correct. However, that's how Amazon is set up. Whether they change that or not is one thing, but this is just a situation. This listing in itself violates Amazon policy. However, you've got to understand Amazon's, you're going to submit all these documents. We want authorization from the brand, authorization from the brand. They don't want authorization from Palmolive. They want authorization from Hadco. Okay. Now, I hope that makes sense. Whereby a listing like this could quite literally close your Amazon business at the start of your journey. Okay. And it's not going to get resolved, which is something you want to understand. Okay. Obviously, in this case, you wouldn't be able to do it because this listing is verified by transparency. However, most of these listings, which are like this, aren't verified by transparency. So you can just send the units in and get hit with an IP. Okay. These Amazon sellers do not care about your business. They do not care if you've got 10 grams worth of stock, which you're sending in, which technically on paper should be fine. Okay. But it's not because they've trademarked it under their own brand. They don't care. They'll hit you with an IP. Okay. So yeah, the point of this video was basically don't make this mistake. Okay, now if you want to understand how to actually do the in-depth checks of a listing like this, because there's literally like 10 different data points we can look at, whereby I can literally show you why this happens, okay? And literally how to never, like this is another thing which annoys me. I shouldn't say annoys me, but it does. When people are asking me like, oh, is this IP or is this an IP like issue ain't happen? And they're sending me pictures of a seller amp, like a screenshot. Okay. You've got to understand seller amp isn't like magical. If there's one seller on the listing, it's going to flag as IP. You've got to understand you can literally look at a listing on Amazon and tell by looking at certain data points, using certain softwares, which literally, or using certain websites as well, which will literally translate to you whether or not these listings are IP or not. It's so easy when you know what you are doing. You should be able to figure out what sort of risk you are taking on every single listing you are jumping on by the amount of data points which are available to you. Okay, now if you want to learn all that stuff, in-depth analysis side of things, how to find listings that will work for you, how to find listings definitely not to jump on, how to find listings which are risks for you, okay, that can literally close your Amazon business overnight. Cover all that in my program. Link in the description, see if you're a good fit. But as I was saying, you need to ensure that you understand this when it comes to doing wholesale. Anything in general, like RAO, but wholesale, because we're buying stock in higher volumes, because we do not want to jump on these listings, investing thousands and thousands in these listings, and then we get stung. Okay, because this happens every single day. I receive messages constantly of people making this mistake. Hey, wait, but I've sourced this legitimacy, like IP this, IP that. No, unfortunately, these times and setup, you can't get out of it. Okay. Now, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, like the video with a thumbs up. If you got any videos you want to see, comments down below, and I will make them because I'm a man of the people. And subscribe if you are new, because I've got, as you probably figured out by now, a lot of videos coming, which will be helpful. So yeah, I'll catch everyone in the next one.